in the history of Cup Rugby League. Leeds, the world champions, the elite. Toulouse, a team made up of mostly part-timers. It's surely an impossible task. Toulouse, a side that will be mostly familiar from the victory over Widnes in the last round. Olivier Jansac comes in on the wing, Adrien Viella at loose forward. Otherwise, it is a side that knows how to cause cup upsets. Sébastien Aragan was one of the stars of that Widnes win. He could well be playing in the Super League with Les Catalans next year. Leeds, of course, are a formidable outfit. Right from full-back all the way through to loose forwards. Today's side is very similar to the side that was crowned world champions back in February. They are hot favourites, and it's the kind of match in which the fleet-footed standoff Danny Maguire could easily run riot today as well. Even the brothers Grimm wouldn't dare describe a happy ending for the French team today. Referee this afternoon is Richard Silverwood, just ensuring that everything is okay before we get this semi-final underway. One or two have been cruelly suggesting this could be the highest scoring semi-final of all time. Back in 1992, Wigan beat Bradford by 71 points to 10. Is that about to be eclipsed? Or are we going to see the French side produce some great resistance? Already Leeds have possession and Lautiti is running to touch. So the short kick-off does eventually pay off for Toulouse.
Well, that's the first mistake by Leeds, and that was Ian Rhodes said in the studio. I think it's all about keeping their composure, their structure, Leeds, and I think the last 20 minutes of each half, that's when they'll run away with the game, maybe.
Well, the atmosphere, the occasion, is going to be the first real test for this French side. Here comes Ragan, the man who we saw causing a lot of problems for Widnes in the last round. It's not often that this French team will have played in an arena like this. They are, of course, in the French final, the playoff finals next week, for the French title against UTC, the side that will morph into Les Catalans and enter Super League next year. So this is a good warm-up for that occasion. Whether they can carry it through to the nth degree remains to be seen. Delphux is put down, 5 tackles gone, Gay from dummy half, wide it goes, and quick hands as well! Oh my word, what a start! Viella, I think it is, who's got over. Would you believe it? 1 minute and 13 seconds, and Toulouse have stunned Leeds. What an opening!
Well, it's a wake-up call, and that's very poor defence. They had numbers on the left-hand side, and really, you could have driven a bus through that hole. Hiviaki Senior went out. Danny Maguire stayed on his man. And as we expected, James Wynn took the ball to the line, but really there's nothing there, nothing on, just goes through the gap.
Well, Adrien Viella is a French hero. He's in his second spell with Toulouse. He went to Lesignan for a while. It's a bit of a fairy tale because he was released by Lesignan a couple of years ago and just rang up Justin Morgan to ask him if he'd come and train with the side, and he said, yeah, you can train with us. And he impressed so much in training, he was given a new contract. And I tell you what, both parties will be very pleased he was. It might not last, but just for the moment, the belief, the fairy tale, has its possibilities. Couturier with a kick from the touchline. He has hit it just weak, just wide, hits the post, bounces down. It remains at 4-0. But this crowd that was stunned is finding its voice now.
There's nothing on here really. They've got numbers on the right-hand side. But that's poor defence by Leeds. Great start for Toulouse.
Cliche question, Jonathan, on such occasions is, how much is that misconversion going to cost Toulouse at the end of the game in a semi-final that could be tight?
I don't think
I guess the answer is not very, but we didn't think they were going to score first, did we?
That might really wake up Leeds now. It's going to be very important. People like Tommy Gallagher, Ragoon, to lay a platform for Mulholland win.
Well, they're probing again. And this near side just trying to gain ground at the moment. Cedric Gay, you might remember him for his 80-metre dash. Gallagher, the former Leeds man, is put down. Gay from dummy half again. It's onto the boot of Wynn now, the very influential Australian who puts it downfield, and Richie Mathers has the chance to return. And apart from the kick-off, This is the first time Leeds have had possession in this game.
And again, a very good kick and a good chase. And if they saw yesterday's game, I just think they've got to follow the example of Hull. Mistake-free rugby, great kicking game, good chase. Just, taking the ball forward and laying the platform for the half-backs just to control the game.
Well, the Toulouse players were here yesterday along with their coach watching it, and you just wondered what kind of an impact that would have, whether it would inspire them that underdogs can win, although Hull weren't quite the same underdogs that Toulouse are today, or would it rather knock their confidence, seeing the arena and seeing the standards of yesterday's game, knowing that they would have to match and perhaps go even further if they were to win today? Well, so far it seems to be an inspiration. Here's Maguire, tries to find his feet in the middle of the park. It's laid off to Diskin.
Second release!
Rob Burrow waits at dummy half. Leeds poised here, only 30 yards away. Maguire to McKenna, one of those who's on his way out from Headingley at the end of this season. They're looking to play it as quick as they can. Ward now turns it back to Maguire. Maguire searching in the middle, looking for a gap or a player or whatever opportunity might present itself, and finds only the defence on the shoulder of James Wynn. 4 tackles gone, 2 to come. Mathers out to Lower Titi, poses a real threat on that left-hand side, gets his arms free. Calderwood's there, here's Mathers again, inside for Maguire. Maguire steps, runs into trouble. Wynn is really working hard in defence at the moment. The ball is played back to Mathers, it's on the 6th tackle. Little chip over the top, it's played back in towards McKenna. It was good hands from Chev Walker, and McKenna will take it, and Leeds have their first try. What an opening, 5 minutes played, a try apiece, and McKenna has his name on the board for Leeds.
As John Keir said, it could be a very high-scoring match. I think it certainly will. Just a simple kick, well-executed kick. That's great play though by Chev Walker. Good support play, too powerful for the tackle. It was a superb kick. Good work by Chev Walker.
Was there a question of offside there?
I don't think so. They weren't that far out from the try line. Ball is in the air for 3 seconds. I'm sure Chev could cover that amount of ground in 3 seconds.
Had problems leading up to this game, of course, Chev Walker with the hand injury. At first they thought it was a break, but it turned out to be badly bruised. And no signs of any problems with his handling on that occasion, as Rob Burrow, in the absence of Kevin Sinfield, settles to attempt his first conversion. He's hit it well enough, right between and over the bar. So Leeds have the lead for the first time this afternoon. Question is, can Toulouse shock them again?
Oh, he was just out the shot there.
I just wondered if it was worth referring, just for safety's sake.
I don't think, again, like the Toulouse conversion, it's going to be that important.
Okay. You're a cynical man. Well, this was a day for fairy tales. Here's Stabanez with a kick. And Barrett McDermott, who is organising a French party tonight, by the way. Back at Headingley, he's having a big shindig in the car park later on tonight, and it's a French theme. Anybody who fancies going along, it's £2 in, but it'll be well worth it, I'm sure. Players from both clubs will be there as well. Here's Danny Ward with the drive. Well wrapped up. Fitness ultimately will be just one of the keys to this game.
Yeah, they've got to wrap up the tackles.
Just interesting looking at body shapes, isn't it? You know, the Leeds side are the full-time, training on a full-time basis. They have a different physique to the French team, who are mostly part-timers. Here's Senior.
The fitness will surely come into play, like I said, in the last 20 minutes of each half. You can see they're struggling to get back in the defensive line at the moment.
This is Maguire. It's Marcus By to Maguire again, well covered across by Estebanez.
Good tackle, but another offload.
Kept alive. Mathers putting the kick in behind Peter Lima. We'll be hoping it's going to go dead, and it has. Despite the chase from Calderwood, who makes a habit of that kind of thing, putting pressure on the kick. French side have the chance to regroup here. with a tap on their 20. What kind of meterage can they gain here?
Clear!
Here's Lima.
Second, move!
Huey Simone, Peter Lima. It's going to be driven forward by Nicolas Faure.
Come on! Clear!
Only 21 years of age. This will be valuable experience for him. It's back to the fullback Murphy.
Let's fall again, Keith!
Way through the Leeds line on this occasion. Picked up by Delbux. It's with the try scorer Viala.
5!
Senior with a wrestling tackle. 6th tackle will be the next. So Wynn looks for touch and just about finds it with the bounce before the line.
That's what he'll try and do. He'll try and put the ball over the touchline. Most sides won't want to do that. But Toulouse, because again, non-professional, take a break, walk to the scrums.
Okay, come. Off at the scrum.
Rob Burrow, all 5'5" of him, will feed the scrum for Leeds. Oh, it's been left behind, and suddenly a chance for Lima to pick it up, and here comes Ragan. A little bit of mistake from Leeds, and it's on such occasions that Toulouse have really got to take their opportunities.
0!
Here's Gay. It was the 0 tackle because of the mistake, so it's 6 tackles from here. Faure.
First! Leave him,
Wynn scurrying up to dummy half. It's with Viala again.
Help! Don't leave him!
Just a solid wall of Leeds defence at the moment. As Gay picks it up. Mulhall inside ball to Ragan.
That's 3, get off! Grace! 3!
Cedric Gay, the hooker, moving up. Murphy.
fall
They're calling
back,
possession by Ellis. There's a lack of sharpness just at the moment as Gay moves it left to Mulhall with a little kick through. Now, was there an obstruction there as Calderwood just scutters it out of play? It will be a dropout underneath the sticks.
Yes, on the bottom of your screen. Is there a block? Not really. Maybe just stands in his way. Took the dive.
Stay behind!
Well, you're allowed to stand your ground,
Yeah.
but you're not allowed to make a step. And did Rob Burrow just make a little bit of a step there into the chest of Couturier?
Sure.
It's a drive forward by Faure.
Okay, Danny, get off, Danny! Back, Leeds!
Ragan. Good offload by him. Couturier
Second,
is
lead him, Rob!
caught by Burrow.
Okay.
Here's Lima.
There's only one way he knows.
Lima's doing well.
Please, stand, Grace!
Cedric Gay picks up. Here's Mulhall. And again to Wynn, and Leeds rushing out of defence to close down the options of Delbux.
Leave him!
Gay's quickly up there, 2 tackles to come here. Mulhall up to the line, slides it in again. Couturier once more was after it, but it's taken by Calderwood. He'll have to give it up inside his in goal. It'll be a dropout underneath the sticks. Let's go down to the touchline and hear from Damien Johnson.
Yeah, just some worrying news for the Toulouse side. Centre Fabrice Estebanez has blood streaming from a head wound. The physio's been on trying to mop things up. But I think as soon as the referee sees what's going on, I can imagine he'll be in the blood bin.
Okay, Matt! 1!
So a chance here on this repeat
Come back!
for Toulouse to put a bit of pressure on that as Gallagher drives it in
Second,
again.
leave him, Matt, this game!
Good spell of the game here for the French side.
The kicking game is very good.
Oh, Gay's done well, and he's got it away once more to Viala, and Viala, they're really threatening here. There's no one in support.
Leave him!
Had anyone been close, a try line was begging there. It's away to Wynn. Wynn spins it off to Mulhall. Mulhall's inside ball to Murphy. Murphy's just looking along the line, but Lauatiti has him covered and pulls him down. Well, they'll be greatly encouraged here. It's with Wynn once more, flat pass to Delbux. And Delbux is going to be held up, what, 5 yards short? Not much more than that. Wynn's going down the blind side. It's backed by Jean-Jacques. Oh, and Estebanez was getting treatment down there. Found himself in the way.
That's not a good job, is it?
What, the bandaging or the pass?
The bandaging. That's shocking.
Okay, movement!
Well, it was an excellent opportunity, wasn't it, for Toulouse Olympique?
The kicking game has been very good so far.
Well, McDermott offloads, and it's gone backwards, and it's It's going to be Estebanez who chases. It's a real mess here, but it's picked up by Jean-Jacques. And they have it again here, Toulouse. This is unbelievable stuff at the start of this game. It's Estebanez once more, stepping away from Senior, can't push off by. Delpux is up at dummy half, the second rower. Spins it inside. Gallagher now hurls himself at the line. How he'd love to score against his former teammates. Cedric Gay. This is Wynn. Wynn saw a little bit of a gap and went for it, but he's got in.
Scores.
He's got it in. Referee has a look and gives it. Well, there was almost astonishment on Richard Silverwood's face. It is unbelievable. Wynn has scored the second try. Toulouse have the lead again.
Well, one man who won't be happy is Tony Smith. They are so lethargic, making so many errors. Complacent. There's the first mistake. No one clears it up. They pick the ball up. But this is the finish. Again, there's a big gap down the middle. Mathers makes a tackle. Lauatiti, just watch the right hand come out, try.
He should never have been allowed to score that, should he?
At the moment, they're playing with a lot of complacency, aren't they, Leeds?
He's renowned as the best player in the French game at the moment, James Wynn, but even so, there's two defenders really should have done a better job. It's conversion, which is eminently kickable here for Couturier. And this to extend the lead to 10 points to 6. There aren't many inside this ground who would have predicted this situation at this stage of the game.
They've just given them the opportunity to attack. The kicking game's been very good. You know, they've had repeated sets of 6, but this is just a simple run, two-man tackle, sneaks over. There's no aggression in that defence whatsoever.
Toulouse 10, Leeds 6. Rub your eyes and look again. It really is there on your screen. That is the scoreline at the moment. The French part-timers against the world champions. Would you believe this? Would you believe this, John Keir, in the studio?
No, I wouldn't, Dave, at all. But I must admit, I hope it stays that way. You know, Leeds at the minute, they have started very poorly. They're making unforced errors that you wouldn't expect. And the defence, it's a passive defence rather than an aggressive defence getting off the line. So I'm sure Toulouse will take great heart from that. But I'm sure at half-time, Tony Smith will want to rally his troops and certainly give them a wake-up call.
Well, they're going to grow in confidence, aren't they, Toulouse? And it's very, very difficult for a side during a game, isn't it, to lift their game. You start badly, it's very difficult to get yourself back in form again.
We thought this with Widnes, didn't we? They started very lethargic and they just couldn't get back into the game. And the longer Toulouse were in it, though we think that the fitness, you know, will
Good at possession.
will be a factor. As long as they're in the game, they'll just keep on going.
63% of the possession so far for Toulouse. And they've dominated territory as well, 75%. Keep that up. They're in the final at Cardiff against Hull.
Okay, one, release, back!
Here's Diskin at dummy half for Leeds. It's taken on by Ward.
Two, yeah, come on!
Diskin with his little shrug wants to get on with it much quicker than he's been allowed to. Maguire out to Ellis, and Ellis will run straight through James Wynn and just puts things back on an even keel again for Leeds. It's not so much a celebration as a sigh of relief from those Leeds supporters. Gareth Ellis with his 10th try for Leeds, and he just settles their ship once more.
Yeah, it's just a dummy runner, holds number 7 up, and he scores.
Danny Maguire having a look.
And here's dummy run by Lauatiti, just holds Wynn up, just strolls through the gap, Ellis.
Well, Widnes proved in the last round, even though they were poor feet, they proved that when you run at this French line, there is every chance you're going to score a try. And Leeds are proving it as well. This is a fairly difficult attempt for Rob Burrow, but it's a chance to give his side the lead. 5 feet 5 inches of total concentration as he settles himself for the conversion attempt that is successful, that is pretty good. And Leeds, with a bit of relief, have the lead again, 12 points to 10.
You just watch as the ball comes wide. We stop it there. This is the guy who's going to just take and hold this guy up. And this guy is just going to come round the back into the hole, just run it on. Just stops him there, number 7, you see it. He can't adjust his feet, can't adjust his position. Dummy runner's done his work. Ellis is on the outside.
Two points in it. 12-10, Leeds lead. 19 minutes played, another little mistake. Mathers has got some work to do here. Bai brings it away from danger. Look at the swarming defenders quickly around him. Bailey, another who was under a little bit of doubt before the game began.
Second, release! Release!
Burrow. Ward. Here's Ellis again. Can't find any support. Picked up by Walker. Walker goes hunting, but he's found by Ragan.
Good tackle, Ragan.
McKenna. Half slipped, but Gay manages to grab his ankles. It's on the 6th here. Burrow with a bit of a juggle. They're going to run it, and they might regret that because Couturier with the tackle. Let's go down to the touchline again. Amy and Johnson.
Kevin Sinfield's with me. Kevin, 12-10 to the Rhinos, but you must be concerned with some of the Leeds defending.
Oh, we've just dropped off on 2 plays, I think. We'll get it back. We knew Toulouse were going to throw a lot of us, and they've certainly done that. Very physical, trying to play very quick on us. But, you know, we bounced back both times very well, and I'm sure we'll be all right.
Thanks, Kevin.
Cheers, Damien.
It's a question of how long they're going to keep that physicality up, though, isn't it, Toulouse?
Well, as they're, you know, as we said, if they're in the game, they just go on adrenaline.
Well, I don't think we really believed all the way through the Widnes game they were going to do it and actually go on to win until it was into the last 5-10 minutes. But they managed to hold out on that occasion. Can they do it again? Well, even now, and even given the start they've had, you would suggest no. It's Vincent who's tackled just inside Leeds territory. Left it comes to Mulhall. Inside ball for Ragan now. Really personifies their physicality, doesn't he? Sebastian Ragan, he's a big lad. Gay, quickly up, it's on the 6th tackle here, so Wynn with a little chip over the top, that's clever stuff from him. Bai's there to cover there for Leeds, and has it back again, and there's confidence for you, little slip ball out the back door. Burrow saw the gap and went, and he's still going up to the halfway line. Steps Murphy, steps Estebanez. Here's Maguire. Maguire back inside again. Can't find a way through. The Toulouse defence recovers sufficiently.
They're really piling numbers into the tackle. But what that does on a quick play of the ball, then they're short in the defensive line.
Bailey's made ground. Diskin. Quick hands from Poaching and Lower TT. Senior's wide, so too is Bai. Bai one-handed. Oh, it's a very unimpressive pass from him.
Back!
Lower TT is put down. It's Poaching now who's on from the bench. Trying to get that arm free and trying to get the pass away. Oh, it was forward. And it's a relief and a survival for Toulouse.
Again, they're doing things now that they wouldn't normally do in a Super League game.
What is that down to? Is it that they've been shaken by the way Toulouse have started? Is it just complacency coming into this game because they were such hot favourites?
I think it is complacency. You know, instead of just taking the drives in and laying the platform and then spreading it wide, they're just trying to, you know, play from the first tackle, offloading when they shouldn't offload.
Here's Lima.
Defensively as well, as John said, you know, they're not aggressive in the tackle.
Get square, you two! Second!
Bit of work to do here from deep inside their own half. It's Couturier who picks up and carries it a good 10 yards or so.
Okay.
Mainly the backs involved in this set of 6 so far, and it'll be on the boot of Dave Mulhall, who's got a terrific boot on him. 10 times this year, he's kicked 40 20s.
Not a great chase now, bit of a dog leg.
By with the offload to Mathers. Mathers tried to put the foot down, but was caught before he hit full flight with Adrian Viola. Tony Smith, the coach, looking on. He's not going to be over-impressed with what he's seen so far. Old mates, of course, with Justin Morgan. Brian Smith was the coach of Parramatta when Tony Smith, the Leeds coach, was his assistant, and Justin Morgan was a player there as well, so they know each other very, very well.
One.
Diskin. Here's Burrow. Ellis using his power, and again he's lost it again. He's just trying to force things when they didn't need forcing. And again it's scrum down, Toulouse head and feed.
Again trying to do things that you wouldn't normally do. This is just a miracle ball. You know, both his hands were at his waist there.
Same, Danny. Oh.
Watch.
Come on, get in. Ed.
If they come off, they look spectacular. If they don't, you're left rather red-faced. That went backwards from David Mulhall. And it's picked up by Peter Lima. 6 years now he's been in France. Lima, undoubtedly having his best season so far.
Second, stand, Gareth. Squared up. 2.
Shazak, the winger,
Third,
can play at
clear.
fullback as well.
Yeah, right.
Prefers to play at fullback, but he's got the pace to make him look quite comfortable on the wing too.
4, movement, Ryan. Here. 4.
Ball with a boot that took a deflection off a Leeds player, and Bats out of play, but I think it was
I thought he played it.
ball hits man. Oh, in fact, the referee has decided it was man hits ball. So it's Toulouse's head and feet. These Leeds fans are getting a bit frustrated at the moment, Jonathan.
Let's see if he does play for it. Well,
no, is the answer?
yeah, he turned his back and he didn't. He put his hands up, but I think there wasn't much of a charge down, just to cover his face, I think.
Hit his knee. Oh, that's a swift flat ball, and suddenly Murphy's got a bit of space in which to run, and Senior's back quickly to make the recovery tackle. The sun's out as well, and the French are smiling as they launch another attack. Fresinet. Cedric Gay inside the 20. It's with James Wynn. Out right to Estabanez. We saw him score a fairly spectacular try against Widnes in the first game as well. It's Vincent.
4, leaving.
I have to say, James Wynn is really orchestrating this Toulouse side extremely well.
Here's Mulhall on the 5th, puts the little kick into the in-goal area. It's a good kick as well, and Mathers has to touch it away. It'll be another dropout underneath the sticks, and it should be another set of 6 for Toulouse to hammer this Leeds line. 26 minutes play. Just have a look at that scoreline again. Toulouse 10, Leeds 12.
And Dave Mulhall is complimenting him as well. James Wynn, he's got a lovely touch, left foot. The kicks into the in goal have been very good.
Let's go.
Here's Maguire with a drop.
Get him low, get him low.
Vincent takes it
Okay,
forward.
Chris, stand up.
He's run strongly
Stand
since
up
coming
square.
on.
Hold.
He's hurt himself as well, obviously. Gay. Ragan.
Second, leaving,
Couturier
Gareth.
is ragged down. Fresinet again launching himself at that Leeds line, and what's the referee spotted here? It was Bailey involved. Let's see what he has to say to Ryan Bailey. It's going to be a penalty for Toulouse.
You brought the tackle, you recovered, okay. You followed over the top with an elbow to the head. Don't need it. Okay, yeah.
Well, he makes a tackle and there's an elbow to the head.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Not half.
Just settle down, take the kick.
Time off, play.
Trying to settle himself here. Damien Couturier just missed one so far. The French international made his debut against New Zealand and Australia last year.
Ryan, please. Let's go.
Swapped his shot with Clinton Tupy after the New Zealand game.
Okay. Danny! Time back on.
Should be kickable, right in front of the sticks, and it proves to be. The flag's up from both touch judges, 2 out of 3 for Couturier. It's a 5-star performance by his players.
Yeah, he'd be very, very happy.
They have travelled far, and they might not have travelled with much hope, but my word, they'll be pleased with that. 12 points apiece with nearly half an hour played. It is the stuff of dreams.
Get behind.
Here's Mathers with a high kick again. Looking to get it high as possible so that the Leeds line can get up there quickly, but Wynn was there to mop things up and Toulouse have it back once more.
Yeah, very happy down here on the Toulouse bench, Dave. Many of the Rugby League pundits predicted that Toulouse wouldn't be able to spread the ball wide in this game. Leeds would be in their faces quickly, but that hasn't proved to be the case. They're spreading it wide, getting joy, Leeds dropping off, and at 12-all they must be happy.
There's a lot been said, Jonathan, about in the build-up to this, that World Cup match back in 2000 when Justin Morgan played for the Welsh side, of course, against the Australians at this very ground. And it's panning out something similar, isn't it? The Welsh leading at half-time in that game, 20 points to 14, was it, at half-time?
Yes, it was. It's a good performance by Wales, and I think it's a very good performance by Toulouse. But you know, Leeds are helping them. Little discipline, knock-ons, giving them good field position. That's crossing.
Gave himself up there, Wynn, didn't he? Otherwise, it would have been a penalty. On that occasion, we just knew the Australians were going to recover and win the game, and I think there's still a sense that we just know Leeds are going to run out fairly comfortable winners here today as well. But Toulouse are making them work hard as Wynn went for the line.
It's just the defence, they're just not moving out to the line whatsoever.
Mulhall.
Knock on.
Oh, poaching is knocked on. Mulhall couldn't pick it up cleanly. Poaching knocked on. Referee gives Toulouse head and feed.
You know, that was a great example, you know, like no one moves off the line whatsoever. The Leeds defence, they don't move, attack, the attacking line, they just stay there.
Hands away to Estebanez.
Okay, Keith.
5 tackles from here to hammer this line and get the lead again and possibly hold it till half-time. Here's Del Pux.
Second.
2 tackles got. Potential remains. Jean-Zac. Back to Estebanez. Here's Wynn. Inside ball for Viala. Viala offloads and Gay picks it up. The 2 defenders were trying to tackle the original man. There's a knock-on and the ironic cheers from the Leeds supporters because they suspect this has gone their way, and the referee confirms it has.
An ironic cheer.
Ryan, you're in the scrum.
There's the knock-on, palms it back.
Okay, hold.
Well, they came here thinking it was going to be a gentle afternoon of celebration, watching their all-stars run in a hatful of tries. The dancing feet of Danny Maguire, the lightning footwork of Richie Mathers and Rob Burrow. But it's proved to be anything but so far. Although we do have to emphasise the so far. Here's the tackles made so far. Leeds have had to make 65, which is a reflection of just how much possession Toulouse have had so far.
Yes, and most of those tackles have been made in their own 20.
Moratiti is dragged down, unable to release the ball.
Let's see if they can complete the set first.
Poaching. Eventually put down.
Release!
It will take some time for him to clear that ruck. And Diskin, sensing that, decides to go from dummy half. And a little offload to Maguire. There's a touch of magic. Well played, Matt Diskin. There were 3 French defenders all over the tackle. And Diskin knew that there simply had to be gaps behind the ruck. He picked it up and went. And just when the avenue closed, the inside ball for Danny Maguire. Always in support. Always ready to score, and Leeds have the lead.
Here we are. Far too slow. You see people around there play the ball area. That's where the damage is done. He just pins his ears back, goes through the gap, and Maguire, just watch him. There's 3 people there. No one really concentrating on what to do. It's a lovely flick pass.
76th try for Leeds, Danny Maguire, and this is 92nd appearance. It's a stunning strike rate. And there are those that would argue, quite justifiably, that he's not quite had as good a season this year as last. But just showing signs of winding himself up for the run-in. There's Rob Burrow. No mistakes again from the little man. 3 out of 3. And Leeds have the lead by 18 points to 12.
Just watch. Number 9, 13, number 11. That's where they get tired. Lack of concentration, they just switch off. Diskin is through.
So with some relief, Leeds have their noses ahead again as half-time looms.
Okay. Let's go.
Estebanez with the big boot.
Keep it low.
Poaching brings it back with some intent. There's a lot of flailing arms there, isn't there? Jonzak just trying to get a clean grip on Willie Poaching.
2, back.
Lower TT, arm free, look for support.
Okay, yeah.
Couldn't find a man in a yellow shirt. Diskin. Burrow. Coming wide again. Even now there's a sense that Leeds are poised. Burrow. Maguire. This is McKenna. Tried to go the hard way right through the middle and was fouled as he went.
That's a killer, that is. That'll really sap
This Leeds.
the energy, on the fourth tackle, giving a penalty away.
This Leeds side doesn't believe in going for goals, whatever the state of the game. So no surprise they went for the tap there. Diskin goes wide, lower TT. He's in. And finally, Leeds have a bit more control of the match. But it's taken them 35 minutes to achieve it.
Again, very similar, Hull yesterday. They kept St Helens at bay, they had a good kicking game, so they had to attack from deep. And it's the same here. You do sense that every time Leeds get into the 20, they are going to score. A lovely pass by Diskin. Try.
Estebanez rather committed himself here, didn't he, and didn't make the tackle. Lower TT, who is a bit of a cult hero amongst the Headingley faithful. Rob Burrow having to go through his preparation again here. A little unexpected gust of wind blowing the ball off the tee. He's kicked well so far today, Rob Burrow. 3 out of 3.
Extremely well.
Previous to this. Oh dear.
There we go.
Rather put the hex on him, and he's missed his first one of the afternoon, but Leeds lead by 22 points to 12.
It's a great pass. If you stop it there, just watch this guy come out to the line, run it on, and the hole appears right behind him. Bang, just comes out to the line, the hole appears. It's a great pass. Lower TT runs into the hole. Very, very simple try.
Okay, stay behind.
10 points the difference with just about 4 minutes of the first half remaining. As Estebanez looks long with a kick. And they're going straight away for the width and the pace of by looking for the inside ball. It should be Murphy's and his. Well, there's a follow-up tackle. He was already tackled, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't held.
Well, the touch judge said he was. Only needs a hand on the player, doesn't it, once he's on the ground?
Well, I've noticed that the right winger is creeping inside. He does well to get back there, doesn't he? Janzak.
Well,
was it a hand on him?
There was a case for Danny Maguire being rather treated out of that, but here comes Ragan! Oh, he's in again! Sebastian Ragan! What a name he is making for himself! It was a terrifically powerful run down that left channel. He's a man we might be seeing an awful lot more of in Super League next year if he does, as expected, sign for Le Catalan. Watch this for a burst.
Lovely long pass once again. Great angle. Chev Walker's just caught ball watching. That tackle should be made. If he does go into Super League next year, I'm sure that his shape will change. Watch this ball. Short ball, Chev Walker. Just ball watching. Good finish.
Well, Justin Morgan suddenly has reasons to be encouraged again. They're showing great character here, aren't they? Terrific character for a side that should be well and truly beaten, given the form books coming into the game. Here's Couturier's attempt, which is absolutely perfect again. Going up in sixes always helps. 22-18.
Here we are. There's a lovely ball there, but just watch the angle. Chev Walker's just ball watching. Hits the hole. There's no support. Well, I'll have a go myself. Steps round Richard Mathers.
There's Carlos Zaluendo, the chief executive of the Toulouse Olympique Club. A bit of a legend in French Rugby League as well. Not surprised, given the moustache. Here's Mulhall.
Okay, Matt, leaving. Off the side. One. Second line.
Well, we're into the last 30 seconds of what has been an astounding first half of Rugby League. Toulouse the first to score. Twice they've had the lead, and even now they're only 4 points behind.
That's 4. Leave him, Chris. Stand up. Hold. 4.
Oh, and it's a break again. Win with a pass, and suddenly they have the chance through Almuzara. Almuzara's still going. Now, Almuzara is renowned for his pace. He's had an awful hamstring injury this year. And had it not been for that, he might have got through, and Ragan might still. Ragan offloads. Cedric Gay knocks it back. Basketball stuff. Sixth tackle, and eventually Prison has to go down with a ball in his hands. But what a finish to an astonishing half. The Leeds fans, one or two of them are booing, but I tell you, the neutrals inside this ground would have been very, very impressed with the match we've just seen.
It's a superb performance by Toulouse. They'd be very happy with that first half performance. You can see Keith Senior's had a word, and then the reaction of the crowd, they're booing Leeds off. Tony Smith will not be happy. That is a very poor performance by Leeds in the first half.
By comparison, Justin Morgan will be wearing the biggest smile in Huddersfield at the moment. Half-time, his side trail, but boy have they played with pride. It's Leeds 22, Toulouse 18. It's great fun, isn't it? It's a terrific set, and nobody expected this. Nobody expected the entertainment we've seen in the first 40 minutes so far. Nobody expected Toulouse to be within 4 points of the mighty Leeds at half-time.
This first set of 6 will be very interesting to see what effect Tony Smith, his little speech, has had on these players.
Never mind the first set, what about the next and the next and the next? It's a totally absorbing contest, just as yesterday's was, but of course in a very different way. Can Toulouse lift it again? The question is, do they go in at half-time and come out again thinking, well, we've done ourselves proud, we've had our enjoyment, and now we relax? Or do they think, well, hang on, we can actually go on and win it from here?
Well, they just got to play as they did in the first half, you know, believe in themselves. Again, No mistakes, good kicking game.
Well, there's Mulhall with a kick to touch, which is taken by Calderwood. And Mathers with a clearing run, and he's just threatening to get through before Lima makes it.
They haven't got many supporters here at Toulouse, but I'm sure that everyone in Hull will be cheering for Toulouse.
Well, there is a bit of a split loyalty there, isn't there? Because Justin Morgan, the Toulouse coach, is now the Hull Kingston Rovers coach. So, although Hull fans wouldn't mind playing Hull in the final, they wouldn't like to see the Hull Kingston Rovers coach doing well. Even yesterday they were singing "Are You Watching Hull KR?" as they were beating St Helens in that semi-final. So that animosity runs deep. But it is a fabulous occasion here. Here's poaching, just brushing off 2 or 3 defenders. 10 yards away, just a little over. Diskin will go down and by with the line stretched. And inside the opening 90 seconds, Leeds give their coach the perfect response to the half-time team talk. Marcus Bai squeezing in at the left-hand side, and Leeds fans finally feel they can smile with certainty. Surely now that's the end of the resistance. Just look how wide he was.
Yeah, they were short on the blind side. He was on his own. Just watch him. The centre is in the ruck, goes too slow. He's defending too tight. It's caught the vision again of Diskin. He's been creeping inside Janzak from the kick-off. He creeped inside, showed by the outside, certainly took it.
Matt Diskin's been missing quite a bit this season because of that injury he picked up in the opening Tri-Nations match for Great Britain last autumn. And well, his place has been filled admirably by Andrew Duneman playing in that dummy half role, but I'll tell you what, most sides would like Matt Diskin as their starting hooker. For reasons he's proved today, that's not a great kick by Rob Burrow. Oh, it was a good kick rather by Rob Burrow between the uprights. And the gap is a little more comfortable now.
Just switching off from the blind. Please take advantage of it.
28-18. There is a semblance of normality being restored here, thanks to that Marcus Bai try. Tony Smith, whatever happens from here on in, will not be a contented man later tonight.
Okay, move! Release it! Release! Look!
There's Mathers.
Second here!
I think he's lost that, hasn't he? Yes, he has. The referee, with the help of his touch judge, spotting the knock-on. So Toulouse head and feet here. And once again, just when you think that the game is up, the fun is over, Toulouse find themselves in a position where they could just put a bit of pressure back on Leeds again. In with a feet. Here's Mulhall, spinning it away. Into the line comes Couturier.
Okay, Leeds here, movement! One.
And by Prison.
Second back.
He's the policeman. Cedric Prison. Scooped away by Gay. Here's Wynn. Almuzara, another of those who's been linked with Le Catalan next year. Vincent from dummy half, testing the resolve of that Leeds line. Doesn't find it wanting though. Leeds hold out. Here's Gay. Oh, and Gay with a dummy, and then tried to scoot over. Leeds defence too smart for that kind of work.
There was a gap there for a second.
6 tackle. Win again, little grubber kick for himself. Mathers has it watched and scoops it away to Bai. Bai's going to be caught, is he? Yes, he is. Swarmed all over, and it'll be another dropout underneath the sticks. They've forced quite a few repeat sets today, haven't they, Toulouse?
And Lauatiti is down as well. Tries his best again. Lovely touch in the kick.
Bad back, Ali Lauatiti. Or is it a bad side? I think Tony Smith would concur that his team had been a bad side today. Not generally, but just today.
There we are. Force repeat sets. That's down to the good kicking game on the last tackle, where they kick to have the ball back. Force repeat sets.
Means that Leeds have to defend again on their own line, and the pressure mounts. Maguire looking for distance with a kick. Prison will bring it back.
Okay, stand! Square up, Chris!
Here's Gay.
One.
A little step and a
Second,
flurry as
Chris McKenna.
Fresinet tries to hit that Leeds line. Gay from dummy half. It's with Mulhall. Skimmed away to Win. Win's ball is not a good one. It's hacked on by the now hatted Estebanez. Didn't quite work out the way he was hoping. Tackle by Win.
Second! Release!
4 French defenders making the tackle. And that, you feel, is going to cost them dear, having so many defenders making the tackle, because it leaves holes behind, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're trying to slow it down, aren't they? That's what they're doing.
Here's Walker, gets it away to Calderwood, who's running the wrong way at the moment, but it's not long before he heads in the direction he wants to go. Can't rip through. Maguire hands on to Ellis. Well held by Ragan, who's showing his presence in defence on this occasion. Burrow. Maguire. It's high and it's spinning. And it's bouncing in no man's land. Here's Bailey, still on the 60, trying to kick. He was half tackle as he did, and hence the knock on. And it'll be a straightforward handover. Toulouse will have possession back again here. We were talking in terms of that 71-10 from 1992, before the game began. It's a much more respectable scoreline that we're looking at now, and it's a terrific game that Toulouse are playing.
Great hands.
Good confidence. Here's Win. Suddenly there's a gap here again as Almuzara. High tackle, penalty for Toulouse. There's the evidence.
He's not looking too good, there, is he? Samba, no, it's not. Almuzara shows a bit of pace. Difficult to see.
He's had an awful season. We mentioned earlier Vincent Almuzara. He's had this awful hamstring injury all year. He is a speedster, but he's not quite got back to pace with that hamstring injury, but not long before he will. Here's Mulhall, good ball, good hands. Murphy, well tackled by Burrow. But Toulouse are here again. It's Fauré.
Second, get out of there, Matt!
Gay waits, poised, spins it back, Win. Almuzara gets it off nicely to Estebanez. It's not going to go any further. Jean-Zach. Win. Step inside by Gallagher. Couple of tackles left in this set. Win. Gay. Mulhall. It's Ragan. Ragan over the top. Lima had to stretch backwards. Now he goes forwards and is inches away. 6th tackle coming up. Spun away. Kick's not a good one. And it's going to be dropped on by Bailey in the end, and Leeds have it back with some relief.
Yeah, they've got to switch on now, because Leeds will try and put this wide.
Second, leaving!
Leeds are in a game here. Confirmation that Gallagher back on, the former Leeds man, of course. Fauré, the starting prop, is also back with us.
4, clear the rock! Back! 4.
Interestingly, Andrew Duneman is on the pitch. I think that's the first time we've seen him today, isn't it? On from the bench.
Yep.
Replacing Gareth Ellis. Burrow. Inside is 40. It's a good kick. It's going to bounce away, is it? Yes, it is. It's a 40-20. He kicked from behind his own 40-metre line. It's gone out of play on the bounce beyond the opposition's 20-metre line. It means that now Leeds get the head and feet at the scrum, and it means that they will, with 99% certainty, get possession here, and they have a wonderful attacking opportunity.
That's a great kick. I think, kicking is vitally important in the game of rugby league. As we saw in the final of the Tri-Nations last year, Australia's kicking game was superb.
It's a great skill to have, isn't it?
It's a great skill. I think it should be used a lot more in the game.
Means that from a position of defence, suddenly your side is on the attack, and none better to attack than Maguire. Out to Calderwood, who brushes aside the attempted challenge from Murphy and scores his 99th Leeds try. Mark Calderwood at the corner with a finish. Not the longest distance he's ever scored from, but there will still be a great sense of achievement at having scored the second Leeds try of this second half.
And also all the work was done by Danny Maguire on the arc. This is the kick. Got the attack in scrum, which set up the try. Oh, it just keeps on dummy, gets on the outside of Lima. Just got a little bit of work to do. Murphy can't hold him.
Hey, that's the first chance of Leeds Rhinos we've heard today. I think the confidence is back amongst the Uchiman. The French had them worried for quite a while, but now they feel the road to Cardiff has opened up clearly. Barrow, the left-footed kicker, so the natural angle to swing the ball in here. He's got it over, has he? Yes, he has.
He's kicked really well this afternoon, Rob Burrows.
5 out of 6 goals for him. 1 try so far for Mark Calderwood, who's now scored 99 in a Leeds Rhinos shirt. 1 away from his century, thanks to this effort.
They move up, they stand off, he gets on the outside. A little bit of work for Calderwood.
On his way to Wigan, of course, next year. And Leeds are on their way to Cardiff, 34-18. For the mathematically inclined, it's 3 tries and 3 goals. Toulouse have to score now without conceding if they are going to get themselves back ahead in this game. Seems even ridiculous to suggest that, but the way this game has gone, you're not quite sure, are you? I think Leeds are going to go on here from as a knock-on.
Mistakes again. Diskin said he didn't touch it.
It was the man in the ruck, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was right. He didn't touch it.
Should have been a penalty to Leeds. French player should have got away a lot quicker than that. I think it was Gallagher who got himself tangled up where he shouldn't have been. It's Mulhall, it's Murphy. Oh, and Lima couldn't keep hold. And it was a knock-on.
On the first tackle as well.
I heard the whistle. Calderwood was making sure the tackle was complete.
There's Lima, knock on. Murphy plays on, Calderwood drags him by the scruff of the neck.
There's Walker down the middle.
Okay, movement!
Duneman. Maguire just about kept hold and just tested out Fouray's defensive capabilities. Duneman again, soft short pass to Ward.
Numbers on the right now.
It's getting a bit untidy from Toulouse. Penalty for Leeds, and John Keir already at Cardiff, of course, with his whole side. I think Leeds are joining you now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so, Dave. I think its normal service has been resumed. There's a few tired legs out there in the Toulouse team, and the Rhinos are exploiting that space even more now, and it's a little ominous, I feel, and all I can see is more points for the Leeds Rhinos.
Well, it's going to be an odd situation, isn't it, tonight, that there's probably going to be more celebrations in the Toulouse camp after this game than there will be in the Leeds camp. There's Duneman and Walker now, held up 10 yards away, because it is Toulouse who have played to their absolute peak today. Leeds a long way below. McKenna. Diskin moving up to dummy half. Potential exists again here. Maguire, inside pass. Burrow. Swamped by the tackle of James Wing. Diskin picks up from dummy half. Duneman with a step. Duneman drives it, but there are 3 Toulouse players to hold him up and push him back. And there is 1 tackle left for Leeds to attack this line. Diskin jabs it in, and it was Mulhall, I think, who's caught it in mid-air. In fact, it was a fullback, Sam Murphy.
This will just show how tired they are now to get out of their own 20-metre line.
Still worth pointing out that this is a closer scoreline at the moment than was in the game yesterday between Hull and St Helens. 34-18 as it stands. Hull beat Saints yesterday, 34-8. 6th tackle, they've wasted that.
Well, he didn't know what was going on there, did he? Viala had no idea he was on the last tackle.
Here's Duneman. Diskin. Calderwood went on the outside, couldn't find a way, saw a gap on the inside, clambered all over, Couturier round his shoulders. Calderwood interfered with after the tackle. Diskin takes the tap. Here's Burrow. Ward, well met by Wynne, anticipated the pass. Diskin. Duneman. Ominously, they move right again. Loatiti holds it, can't get it out. This is Duneman. Scruton. Well, they're tackling well at the moment, Toulouse, defending nicely, but Diskin from dummy half sensed the opportunity. Throws it back untidily. Duneman has to be sharp. Maguire picks it up now. Maguire to Mathers. Mathers tries to hold off the tackle of Almuzara. Still going here, Mathers. Still going. And manages to slip it out the back door for poaching, but they've lost an awful lot of ground. They were on the Toulouse line. Now they're 25 yards away. They lost 22 metres on that one play. 6th tackle coming up, Diskin. Burrow. This is a tester for Sam Murphy. Keeps his head. And a safe pair of hands and a good returning run as well from the fullback. Well played.
Yeah, took it really well. Very clever kick, a spiralling kick.
Penalty for Toulouse. Chev Walker questioning the decision. There's the fullback Sam Murphy, who certainly was cool under the high ball. Here's Almuzara under pressure from a poor ball. Estebanez.
Second movement.
Mulhall inside the 40. Now he's going for a 40-20, but he's overcooked the kick and it's out of play behind the net ball line, so it'll be a tap on the 20.
That was a very good strike. Sweet left foot.
Here's Bite. With the initial surge. Nearly an hour played. Just over 20 minutes left.
Come on, work!
Diskin. Here's Duneman now, as Leeds seek to get a bit more of their fluency. Titi offloading to Duneman. Duneman searching wide, finding only rugged defence. Calderwood.
Leave him!
Well dealt with by Nicolas Faure. Maguire. Poaching has ripped through the tackle and has found Burrow in support. And Rob Burrow skids over. It's a third Leeds try in the half. This is normal service. We were expecting the flow to start much earlier in the game, but finally the tap has been opened and Leeds are flooding through.
Lovely inside ball, just a missed tackle by Fiala, good support play by Burrows, nice and simple, nothing created, just a tired tackle by number 13. Here he is, there's the inside ball, missed tackle, and once they get behind you, good support players, easy for Burrows.
That's the goalpost's eye view, if you like. That's how close he is with this conversion attempt. 10 yards, bang centre, never any doubts. His 6th conversion of the afternoon, 16 points, his personal tally. Leeds have now hit the big 4-0, 40 points to 18, they lead.
Yeah, just a lovely break, missed tackle, good support. Good basic rugby by Leeds.
So that's 4 tries and 4 conversions Toulouse need now to get them through to Cardiff. Can you see it happening, Jonathan? He said with just a hint of irony.
In a word, no.
But let's not take away from what has been a magnificent performance by the French side. Here's By with the initial drive, and well met by that Toulouse defence.
Yeah, I'm joined by Toulouse injured forward Trent Robinson. Trent, so 40-18, the game probably over now, but been a real battling performance from Toulouse.
Yeah, we had a good start to the game. I thought we completed our series well, and we stopped the roll-on of the Leeds forwards and that sort of thing. But it's too tough when they start getting a roll-on and they get back to that sets.
Here's Maguire dancing away in support. Mathers with a pass. Maguire, once in the clear, is simply unstoppable. And Leeds are running away with it now.
Again, tired defence.
It's his 2nd try of the afternoon, Danny Maguire.
Again, one missed tackle, and then it's a step, another step. A lovely ball. Just cruises in.
It looks a simple try to score, but it's the art of being there, isn't it, that makes Danny Maguire so special.
He's a great support player. He reminds me a lot of Sean Edwards, yeah. Another player, great player I played as a support player was an Australian called Terry Lamb.
Yeah.
Great support player. Scoey was always the same, Gary Schofield. And he was someone like David Hume at Widnes.
Have we finished now on this nostalgic road?
Yeah,
You've got a tear in your eye, Jonathan. Here's Burrow with a conversion, 7 out of 8. 46 points to 18 is the Leeds lead now.
Easy running. How many times have we seen that?
They're doing the conga all the way to Cardiff. 46-18. They've every reason to be cheerful now. Touch judge is on. Barry McDermott is looking rather stern. Something's gone awry here.
Yeah, we've got it, Barry.
Barry wants to referee it.
Down. All right. Okay, away. Away.
See what happens here then. Can't see much there. Let's have a look at this one. The third man coming in. The third man coming in. Here he comes.
Oh.
Yep. Left hook. Caught Barry Mack.
Okay, we do not need it.
I love the way Richard Silverwood actually gave the instructions in a French accent there, as if that would help David Delbrooks actually understand a bit more what he'd done wrong. I think the look on Barry McDermott's face said enough. Here's Duneman, inside ball to Scruton.
Okay, Tommy, lead! Here!
Duneman. Here's McDermott again. Always plenty of fire in his belly and always wanting to offload the ball. Sometimes when it's impossible. Duneman again. Maguire down this left-hand side. Senior back inside for poaching. Senior is one of the strike players of the Super League, and yet he's been kept mostly in check so far today by this Toulouse side. Burrow going right this time. Walker out of play. That's full marks the Toulouse defence. They'll get the head and feet at the scrum here.
Just step up this end.
Tony Smith still looking fairly grim-faced at the moment, hardly surprising. He's not going to take an awful lot of pleasure from the way his side have performed today. He watched his team beat Bradford, their old rival, a couple of weeks ago, fairly convincingly, and yet he was fairly grumpy after that game as well.
Danny, clear! Sweat up!
Seeking perfection, isn't he?
At times, he has seen it from his side this season. Well, very close to it, but not today. Not with any consistency anyway.
Leave it, Willie! 3!
14 minutes left to play.
Back up!
Toulouse have battled so hard and are still playing with an awful lot of spirit, even though you feel that a bit of the liveliness is draining out of their legs right now. Little chip through by Mulhall. It's all on. The referee says play on. Picked up there by Marcus Bai. Marcus Bai sees a bit of an avenue in which to run. Closed out. Duneman. Poaching. Steps well off the left foot. Changed the direction. Good offload to McDermott. McDermott decides to take them on head first. 4 more tackles to come. Leeds poised. Duneman again. Here's Senior on the right-hand side. Where did he come from?
He's looking for that try, isn't he?
Duneman from dummy half. The tiring defence is still not going to be foxed by that move. Burrow. Here's Maguire. Ellis. You could see what his intentions were, but he couldn't get the ball away. 6 tackle now. Duneman quickly away to Calderwood. Calderwood with a little grubber kick. Didn't make much purchase on the ball, and it's easily swooped up by David Mulhall. Toulouse have it back again.
Get Leeds here. Stand back.
Won't be very happy with the last on the last tackle, really, Tony Smith.
3.
Not the way it finished. There's Ragan again. Big impact this time between him and McDermott. Estebanez. First time a French side has ever reached the semi-finals of the PowerGen Challenge Cup, of course. And they have performed admirably. In the first half, they were astonishing. In the second half, Leeds have reverted more to type.
Back, offside.
Here's Burrow. Oh, just knocked on.
There was the created a space, quick feet. He could have caught that, he was away.
10 metres. Okay, staying, Danny. Hold, Danny.
They'll be looking to lift themselves for these final 11 minutes now, Toulouse. If they concede another couple of tries, Leeds get it up to 60 points, then it would really not do justice to the efforts that the French side have put in today. So they'll really want to lift it now, won't they? And just make sure they finish on a high.
Yep. They'll be very, very happy. They played really well in the first half.
Justin Morgan anxious that they finish the job as well as they started it.
Okay, Christian!
Foray driving it in. Cedric Gay still working hard at dummy half. Wynn spinning it back to Mulhall. Mulhall trying to step away, but McDermott had his number and pins him down. Picked up now by Vincent. Little grubber kick to the in-goal. Mathers has it watched, and it'll be a tap back on the 20, which they'll want to take quickly. Calderwood loves to run the ball from here. Has he seen a gap? Not on this occasion. Well recovered by the French defence. There's poaching. Senior. Well marshalled by Jean-Jacques. Penalty for Leeds. Ellis.
Cheap shots going in now. It's your left hand again. Oof.
Jerome Vincent, the man who was responsible for that high head shot. Bit of a veteran, Vincent, 30 years of age, just returned from a spell in rugby union in France. Ellis down the blind side, it's Walker, and Walker is over. From this distance it looked as though he got it down, and from that distance the referee was certain too. Pure strength from Chev Walker, pure determination. It's their fifth unanswered try of this second half. This is what we did expect from Leeds, and they have produced it in the second 40 minutes. Chev Walker takes them to a half century. 50 points they have now.
Again, well spotted. Got it, Ellis. Defence was there, just too much power.
Three men there, but he still had the wherewithal
just
to
too
get
strong,
through.
isn't he?
That's the distance, 36 metres. The angle isn't great. Burrow has a look. Left-footed, hits it well again, and perfect. Great kicking today. Kevin Sinfield, when he comes back, will resume the kicking role. But they know in Rob Burrow they have an adequate deputy. It's 8 out of 9.
Again, short side. Lovely dummy, just raw strength, pure strength. Try.
Now is Kevin Sinfield, who no doubt will be fit for the final in Cardiff. couple of years ago. You remember his heroics against St Helens with that last-second conversion and Danny Maguire scoring that try. Well, it's been a memorable semi-final today for very different reasons. McDermott still going strong here. 6 minutes to play. Lauatiti. Where's his mark? There it is. Duneman. Mathers. Maguire. To whom? Nobody's sure. Walker will pick it up. And Chev Walker searching inside finds McDermott, who isn't tackled, more falls over Fresina. But still they keep it alive. Duneman. Mathers with a juggle. Tried the offload. A bit too clever. And it's Viala who comes up with it again for Toulouse. Well, there have been plenty of heroes on the pitch today. I think a lot of them have been wearing Toulouse shirts. Jonathan Davis has the job of picking the man of the match. Yeah, I got a couple of minutes left, so I'll just take my time.
Okay, Keith! Back!
Jean-Jacques. Good ball by Jean-Jacques, the winger. Mulhall. Here's Gallagher. Six tackle coming up. Toulouse with it now. 40 yards out and looking a very tired side as Mulhall puts the kick towards the dead ball line. Oh, a little slip there. Mathers just carries him into a little bit of a danger zone. Caldwell trying to rip through. Marcus by.
Back! Four! Here! Four!
Duneman. Bailey carrying it forward. It's going to be a great final, isn't it, Jonathan? 4 weeks' time.
Yes.
Hull against Leeds.
Superb final.
You'll catch it here, of course, on Grandstand. What an occasion that's going to be. Here's Jean-Jacques looking for support and finds it from Estebanez, who's quick to his feet, quick play the ball. Gallagher's done to get there, but then has lost it in the collision. Calderwood, the winger, came across, and Gallagher, well, that was a little silly, throwing the ball down. He's lucky to escape without any further punishment there, Tommy Gallagher. So go on, you've had your couple of minutes.
Yeah, well, my man of the match, I could have picked anyone from Leeds, but a couple of players stand out. Mulhall, James Wynn, but today number 12 for Toulouse, Sebastian Ragoon. There he is.
Well, on a day when
Power Gen Challenge Cup man of the match, there he is. He's played it very, very well.
It's been a day of near fairy tales, hasn't it? And there's a little bit of romance involved in the selection there as well, I think, of the man of the match. He's been a huge figure, especially in that first half, hasn't he?
Square up!
Here's Vincent.
Second lead, Chef!
Gallagher.
3, okay, clear!
3 tackles gone, 3 to come. Toulouse looking to finish on a high. It's Mulhall inside ball and finds Murphy, well read by Ellis, but it's still alive. It's with Wynn again. Here's Gallagher up to the line. Poaching makes the tackle with the help of Maguire.
That's 4, leaving, get in! 4!
2 minutes left. Wynn stepping on the left foot, still going. Wonder where we'll see him next year, James Wynn. Little kick in for Marcus Pai, and has the presence of mind and the confidence to lay it off for Mathers to make the tackle. Of course, you do know we always interview the man of the match at the end of the game. Might have caused a problem there for Damien Johnson. I hope his French is up to scratch, or hopefully Ragan's English is up to scratch as well. McKenna. Duneman. Scampering. Ellis. Right arm remains free and offloads to Burrow. Quick hands to Calderwood. Calderwood puts the foot down and away he goes. Watch him fly. He'll take on the fullback who stood up well. Murphy, solid.
Got his angles right, Murphy.
Back to Burrow. To Senior. Flat ball. 6th tackle coming up. Leeds have 1 minute. Oh, and it's knocked on. Untidy.
No, before the ball's played, it's a scrum.
Head and feed for Toulouse. 45 seconds rather left to play. I'm not sure they'll have this scrum. Neither pack wants to get down. Eventually they will. This will be the last couple of tackles coming up now. Richard Silverwood's not happy with the way they're packing. Now he is. Well, it's a push, it's poaching, and it's a try. It's one against the head. Willie Poaching puts his hands to his ears to see if he can hear the Leeds crowd roar. Yes, he can. It's yet another try. It came against the head. Not often you see that happening. And Willie Poaching scores in the final seconds of the game. How tired was this French pack?
Yeah. What a concentration. They shoved off the ball. Poaching picks up the loose ball. It scores under the post. And Barry McDermott kicks the goal. Or rather, he doesn't. It's just the kind of bizarre conclusion that game deserved. What an outstanding match that was in terms of storylines. The French part-timers came here with no hope whatsoever and produced one of the most stirring first 40 minutes when twice they led Leeds, eventually going in at the break at 22 points to 18. Second half was a little more of what we expected. One-way traffic, all going to the end of the Toulouse try line. Leeds running in 6 unanswered tries in that second period. 56-18 winners. It's goodbye Toulouse. It's good luck Leeds. What a great semi-final that was. Yeah, it was a great semi-final. First half was very, very interesting, and they can be proud of themselves, Toulouse. Leeds really picked their game up in the second half. There was only really one winner, but fantastic tournament for Toulouse, and now Leeds go to face Hull, which will be a fantastic final.
Down here on the touchline, Sébastien Raguin, the power gen man of the match. Here's the champagne, Sébastien. A real brave performance by your team.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good experience for the French player, you know. I think we do a good Challenge Cup in general. Today we lose by 56 points, but you know, it's a world champion club, Leeds, and it's good for Toulouse. I think it's a good result.
Did you come here really expecting that you could win the game?
We come for do a good game, but for win we know it's hard. We have a low percentage we think we have a low percentage for win the game, but we come for play a good game, and that I think we do a good first half, and after we are struggling about fitness, I think.
Well done, Sébastien. Power gen man of the match. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
And great that Raguin should get that Man of the Match award, because, John, that was a great performance from Toulouse.
It was a great performance, but over the 80 minutes you've got to say normal service was resumed, and the very fact that Leeds won the second half 34-0, I think that just goes to show the difference between part-time plucky professionals and full-time cynical professionals, and you know, the Rhinos rightly came through comfortably in the end.
Justin Morgan there in the centre. Leeds Rhinos celebrating, but Ian, well, you talked earlier about Tony Smith, what a perfectionist he is. He'll be sitting them down, going through the video and showing them where they went wrong, I guess.
Yeah, even late in the game there, they were still creating space, the French runners, and it was just at their leg speed and tightness, they weren't able to accelerate into the hole. So, you know, there's probably a day where mentally, where Leeds weren't as focused as they normally are defensively, and that's where you usually get caught out when you're not mentally focused is in defence. But, you know, I've got to take my hat off to the French. They were way over and above our expectations. I thought they were absolutely fantastic, and I thought it was great to see a Frenchman win the award.
10 tries in total for Leeds Rhinos.